in terms of how I got involved in marriage coaching, it's a strange story, but I want to share the story with you because I think it's powerful and I think it will help you understand why I do what I do. But it really goes back to my childhood. I was raised Roman Catholic in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, where it's predominantly Italian, and there's no greater joy for a family than a son to become a priest. Strange place to become a marriage coach, right? Strange start. But what happened was, right out of high school, I decided that I was going to be a Roman Catholic priest. I went to the Catholic seminary, and I was there for a year. And I said, on the one hand, I felt called to the ministry, but I also really liked women, and so
Sure.
that was not going to work. And so I left the Catholic seminary. I enlisted into the United States Marine Corps. It was a consolation prize to my parents. I wasn't going to be a priest. Well, at least I could be a third generation Marine. My dad was a Marine and his dad was a Marine. So I became a United States Marine. Always felt this call to the ministry though. So I was able to get back to school. I went to Slippery Rock University and I got my undergraduate degree in philosophy. And then I went to Gettysburg and I got a Master's of Divinity. And it was my first call where everything changed. I was a brand new pastor in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and about 6 months after I had been ordained, this was 30 years ago, I received a piece of mail that changed my life. Can you guess what that piece of mail was?
I could take a guess, but I'd say I may be wrong, so I don't want to guess wrong. Tell me.
Okay, it was my student loan payment.
Yes. Okay.
Is that what you were thinking?
Well, it was some document that was going to cause some ruffles.
Yes, and so I'm looking at what my church is paying me, and I'm looking at my student loan payment, and I really feel called to the ministry, but like I can't afford my student loan payment. It was a problem. So I go to the leadership of my church and I'm like, hey, listen, I want to be your pastor, but you're either going to have to pay me more or you're going to have to let me become bivocational. You're going to have to let me get involved in other things. Well, Carter, would you believe on that same day, I received a phone call from a woman in our community, and she said, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I'm with Hanover Hospice, and we are looking for a chaplain. We understand that you're a brand new pastor in the area. And while we can't pay you, what we can do is we can, if you have student loans, your student loans will be deferred. I was like, I had no idea what hospice was, and I had no idea what deferred meant. All I knew was I wasn't going to have to start making those payments.